of the Foreign Affairs and Financial Services Committees. He's also running for governor of New York. Congressman, it's good to have you. Thanks very much for being here. Assess the crime story in New York today.
First off, what the policies are would be cashless bail throughout the state. We have a Manhattan district attorney who's refusing to enforce laws across the board. There are a bunch of other crimes that he's reducing. So you have policies like that. They're releasing people early from prison. That's a new bill that was signed into law by Governor Hochul called Less is More. When she signed it, she released 191 people from Rikers Island, and a whole bunch of them immediately went out to commit additional offenses. Now, this list is long of what the soft on crime policies are. Now, as far as what the consequences are, which Jen Psaki is laughing off, it's no laughing matter when people get pushed into a incoming train in the subway and they end up losing their life as a result. The small business in New York City that has to go out of business because just too many people are walking in and stealing too much out the door, no consequences. People who are getting punched in the face because they're Asian or because they're Jewish. So we know what the policies are, we know what the consequences are, but we don't have the will of many of these elected officials to do something about it.
Right. Well, we were struck when we heard Jen Psaki making fun of Judge Pirro, as well as Fox News' coverage on the consequences of soft on crime policies. So we looked back and tried to understand better the Democrat policies over the last year. Here's what we came up with. Watch.
We have to reimagine public safety and how we do public safety in our country.
Not only do we need to defund, but we need to dismantle and start anew.
Talking about the reduction of our NYPD budget and defunding a $6 billion NYPD budget.
Yes, I support the defund movement because this is about the investment in our communities, which have historically been divested.
I am for defunding the police.
Defund the police does not mean abolish the police. It means a dramatic reduction in the number of police in our poor communities.
Yeah, so there you go, Congressman. It means defunding the police, taking away their budget, lowering their budget. That was, I don't know if you saw the clips in front of you, but that was Kamala Harris and AOC and her squad all saying over the last year and a half to defund or reimagine the police. And I don't know why Jen Psaki is laughing on the item of soft on crime policy. It's exactly what we just saw.
Yeah, listen, we saw in New York City, they defunded the police. Over $1 billion came out of the NYPD budget. The cashless bail is not just something that we see in New York, but that was actually part of the Biden-Harris agenda to implement nationally. So these policies that we're seeing out of blue states, blue cities, can be coming to the rest of the country if these different Dems you just played clips from had their way. These are not rank and file members without any influence. These aren't backbenchers. These are people who are leading the Democratic Party. They might be newer members of the House. Maybe they're in their first term or they're in their second term. I've seen it firsthand on the floor of the House of Representatives where 6 other Democrats are in line to kiss the ring of AOC because that group of people, that's their insurance policy if they have a primary the next time they have to run. They have outsized power. This represents a lot of what the party is about right now.